and welcome to a brand new week. This week we are going to go into the market the way we do. We're going to take a look at what's happening in the market. Let's see whether we can find some interesting trades for ourselves. Before we do that, I think it would be best for us to take a look at the fundamentals first. Then we'll go into the chart and we'll see whether there are interesting trades that we may be looking at or what direction we'll be looking to see this week. So how are you doing in the market today? If you have not subscribed to this channel, remember to do so right away. If you have any question at all relating to the market that I'm going to analyze today, please do well to go to the chat box or the comments below this video and ask me your question. And ensure to like and subscribe to this channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will always be here for you every week. Aside from this weekly market outlook, I do give some trading tips from time to time. So do not miss any of them. Now let's go into the market. Let's go see what we have for this week and what we have planned, what is expected for the whole of this week. I would like to start with USD, just DXY on its own. Let's see the weekly. Let's see how the week close last. Okay, so you would see that this has been bullish for quite some time. Last week candle closed bullish, and it is possible for this week to also close bullish as well. This was a resistance I was looking at. So this is an area of resistance I was thinking maybe the market would respect. But what happened? Last week candle closed above there and it is still bullish. And we have it going all the way. It could get all the way towards the 103 area that it had gone to. The high that was that we had around, the high was formed around March, 15th of March was when we got to that one. We had that high last. And now it is going back. That's the area it is. 15th of March of what year? That was 2020, not now. So 15th of March 2020 was the time that we had this. This was when this was formed, that week that we had this high form since 2020 March. And this is like 2 years after it is going toward there again. And this showed the strength of USD. USD is really strong. That would help us have an idea of how we want to trade it, how we are going to be trading USD with other currency this week. So let's go look at USD with other currencies. I'm going to start with USD, Euro USD. We were looking at Euro USD earlier, and I entered for a sell on this just this morning. And this is where, okay, so I'm expecting this to go all the way down, maybe more like a short-term sell. It is down, it is around the support, I would say around an area of support. So it could get down to the below the support, just by where the support, the end of the support is. If that gets broken to the bottom, I would keep looking to sell. And this is more like a risk trade because I feel that it could go down. It could also correct more before it starts going down. But looking at it on the lower time frame, looking at it on the daily, this week we had here kind of signifying more of sell opportunity. And there was a little bit of support around that daily area, which we have below somewhere out today by this morning, and that's why I'm expecting that it's likely going to get down toward this area, even if it's going to change again and begin to go up. So I took that using just a little bit of risk, not taking my full risk. It's just a small trade that I decided to enter this morning, and we'll see where it heads to before the end of the week. Okay, so that's one way. This is how I'm looking at it, because USD remains strong and it is still stronger. Another one I am still looking at is GBP USD. Let's look at GBP USD. See, this one is really pushing down. It's pushing down. USD is strong. British pound isn't so strong. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting a continuation on the monthly time frame. This is where we have, as a support, we have the support down here. And if that is going to head there, that's a good number of pips we will be expecting from where it is now down to that point. That's on 550 pips thereabout, or even more. And so we are expecting, however, I would like to see some pullback. I'm not in this at this point. It is around the support, just the way the Euro USD was around the support as well. I would like to see some pullback. So if we see some pullback on this, maybe toward this low, this initial low here, all right, and I would expect to see continuation. So I'm expecting pullback. It is still moving down. It isn't supporting or respecting this small support we have here, but it is possible that where it is now, it could also change, because that is also a strong part that has been touched a couple of times in the past. Let me remove some of the objects that I have on the chart and make it a little more clear before I continue. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Where it is now, you see it has been touched a couple of times. It's also a strong point that got respected many times. So that's the area where it is. Today is Monday, by the way. Let's see how the week is going to be. For me, I feel that for GBP USD, we're going to see a continuation to the downside, but then I want to see some pullback first before that happens. So if it pulls back a little bit too up, I would expect to see a continuation down like this. So that's what I'm seeing with GBP USD. What other currency with USD? Let's see here, AUD USD. AUD USD looks bearish as well. All of them are pointing bearish. Last week candle closed bearish. I am bearish. I am thinking I want to be bearish on this. But for me to enter and do a sell, I would like to see some correction or pullback continuation. I sell it down to this area, this less support around here, so that's where I'm looking at, but I want to see some pullback to give me an entry on that. USD is still strong. That's my bias on USD remains bullish. Let's see NZD USD. Okay, NZD USD is doing some almost the same thing with AUD USD. It is selling. It's the current the move is bearish. Okay, it's bearish. It's all bearish. Every time frame is bearish. Maybe we can see some pullback. The last 4-hour candle gave a little bit of pullback, but I would like to see a deeper pullback that would go towards where it broke out from, even if not all the way back here, maybe toward, let's see. I still want to remove some of the objects. Let's see. Okay, so if not here, if it doesn't retrace all the way back here, at least here, that will give me a reason to want to go short on this. But all of them are bearish. Most of USD pairs are bearish. I am bearish on gold as well. I did a sell on gold till Friday. Last week I did a sell on gold. I sold, in between here. I just did some sell somewhere between here and here. Today, I think it's today's candle that is down like this. I have a trend line. I was buying sometimes around here. I did some sell, took me out. I think I did a buy around here. I wanted to buy maybe somewhere here again, and then it took me out around where I had entered, and then I sold again. But I was doing some short sell for last week. I sold to Friday evening. See. So it got broken. This is a trend line I was paying attention to as well. And that trend line got broken, got retested, and it continues. And right now it is around a support, and that is a strong support that has been, tested a couple of times but couldn't be broken. And although it's got broken a few times too, I'm expecting a continuation. So what I'm waiting for is either a break to below the support for a sell or a a pullback. If I see a pullback moving off here, I'll look for a sell again. Okay, oil is another one I want to take a look at today. Let's quickly take a look at oil. Okay, crude oil. We have this looking a little bit like what we are seeing with the oil, but if you look at this, what we're seeing with gold, if you look at this is bullish, the trend is bullish, but then it is consolidating and trying to come down. There's a little bit of jump somewhere here, and there's a support here on the weekly, I think, yes. So I would want to see this get toward the support and then maybe see some pullback or continuation to the upside again. The major direction, by the way, is up. But if this gets broken to the bottom, then I would expect some sell. Fundamentally, is there any reason why we feel that there's going to be a sell opportunity for a continuous period of time? Well, for now, there isn't any strong fundamental reason why I think the price of oil is going to really reduce, as it did at when around the coronavirus, when it broke out, when it got all the way down to around $2 or so, or $1. But now, as we're seeing, with the geopolitics issue around the world, with everything that is happening, there isn't so much indication that will make me feel that the price of oil supply will exceed demand for a long period of time and the price will continue to drop. I feel that it could drop and get to this support and then bounce and begin to roll up again. And it is also somewhere around the support now, so it could bounce a little bit from there. Which to me, I would like to see more like a pullback for me to find an entry and do some sell down to around the support. But if it continues up and begin to go up from the lower time frame, I see that some areas are broken. I like using moving averages as well for my own entry. Maybe I'll start looking to buy. Let's see USD Canadian dollar. USD Canadian dollar, all bullish is strong. USD is still stronger than Canadian dollar at this point. Yeah, but around a strong zone as well. So it is possible we see some pullback and then continuation. With this engulfing candle breaking here, it gives me a reason to expect USD to remain stronger than Canadian dollar. On the weekly, you see that we're still inside of this big range. But last week candle closed bullish. This week is pointing up already. But I want to see with this week, I want to see some pullback and entry opportunity to jump in. What else have we not checked on USD with currencies? I'm going to check BTC USD, that is Bitcoin. I'm going to do a little bit with Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, in the short term, I am bearish on this in the short term. And why? Bitcoin, fundamentally, or looking at it from another side angle, Bitcoin does, for at least, I think from around the period that there is pandemic, Bitcoin began to kind of move with NASDAQ, with US 500. And right now, US 500 is bearish. Let's see, let's go look at S&P 500. You see, it's kind of bearish, and Bitcoin is doing about the same thing. So it's kind of doing the same with what we have with the US market. The same with the US market, then I'm expecting the US market to be bearish for some time. So if it remains following the US market, then I would expect some real bearish move with BTC. So that's why I am paying attention to it. Let's see how far that is going to go. I'm paying attention to it. I want to do a sell with that. So that's mainly some of the things I will look at this week. Let's quickly look at AUD/NZD, Aussie/NZD. You see, last week candle closed more like a pin back bar on the resistance area, the area of resistance. We see pin back closing there and closing bearish. This week remain bearish. I think this is likely going to be bearish for some time before it begins to go up again. I would expect it getting toward this point. So for me now, what am I looking for? I would wait for pullback like a correction, see some correction and continuation. Pull back, continuation, and look to sell. All right, so that's for Aussie NZD. How about some Aussie pair as well? Let's see. Oops, we checked this earlier. AUD USD. AUD is a bit weak now. USD is very strong, so that's why we're seeing that big move with it. Yen is another currency I have been looking at. Yen is beginning to correct. Yen was so weak, and now you see what we are seeing with the yen. We are seeing this happening, and because AUD is a bit weak right now, I think this is likely going to sell. I'm expecting it to come back towards this initial resistance that got broken. Okay, so if that is going to come toward that will be some good sell for us. And I would expect to see pullback and entry opportunity with this as well. We have a lot this week. We have a lot we are looking at this week. CAD yen, many of the yen currency pair are getting weaker now. So for Euro yen, I want to see some pullback and entry opportunity as well. On the 4-hour, it has pulled back a bit already. But let's see, is it going to pull back a little more, or is it going to continue from here? We can find an opportunity for a sell as well. So the market is interesting this week. The US markets, the US currency itself looks bullish. The stock market, however, look a little bit bearish. Okay, so I think this should help us to have good opportunity to find buy. Before we started earlier, I said we're going to look into the market to see what is happening with currency, with the fundamentals, but we didn't get to start from there. So let's go take a look at fundamentals. I like looking at my fundamental calendar, economic calendar. I like looking at it from xm.com. If you go to xm.com, go to research and education, and then you can click on economic calendar. Under economic calendar, you would see this is it under economic calendar. I click on this week. If you like to just see what is happening today, you click on today. I click on this week so that we can see the whole of this week, what's happening in the market this week. And I'll filter to see just basically the one with the higher impact, so that we don't start looking at all of them and wasting all the time. So the one with higher impact, we have holidays in different areas of the world. We have Lebanon, Greece, Romania, Bulgaria, Ukraine, holiday, the Easter holiday, and Cyprus, Orthodox Easter holiday as well. New Zealand, however, yes, New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand, there's holiday there as well. But for Euro, we had the news this morning. Germany, for business climate index, German business climate index, we had higher than expected result, and I think that had a little bit of impact on Euro this morning, because we had some move to the upside, but it may not last for very long, so we want to pay attention to that. Tomorrow we're also going to have some holidays in some part of the world, but we are expecting some high impact news on USD tomorrow that may have impact on the market, and we know that USD is already strong, so we want to pay attention to that. USD on Wednesday, we also have Aussie, we have Euro, we have US dollar, Euro again, President Lagarde's speech for Euro, ECB President's speech. That is a speech that you will want to pay attention to, because they usually will have an impact on the market as well. Then the USD crude oil inventory is also something that usually will have impact on the market. So let's pay our attention. Let's see, yen on Thursday, yen and USD, Aussie as well on Thursday. And then on Friday, we are expecting Euro, we are expecting Canadian dollar. Yeah, all of this on Friday. So impact news, GDP, inflation, interest rate. These are some of the news that we want to pay attention to, that we know will have impact on the market, that usually will have impact on the market. Yeah, so this is how I come to the end of my weekly analysis of the market for this week. the week of June 25, yeah, right? The week of June, sorry, April, the week of April 25. So if you have any question relating to what I share here today, do well to ask me your question. And don't forget our academy is open. The Forex Varsity, the new classes are starting very soon from the coming week. So you do not want to miss sight of this. You want to take advantage of it. If you have you're looking to learn how to trade profitably, you're looking at how to trade profitably and consistently and professionally, you want to reach out to the money seller and try to be a part of Academy. The Forex Varsity is a program you do not want to miss out on. So I look forward to having all of you join us on the Academy. Thank you so much. And this is how I come to the end of my weekly analysis for this week. If you still have questions, please reach out to me. Thank you and have a beautiful day.